YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 11 in the Pokemon Polished Crystal playthrough. Today, we are going to get the 7th gym badge in our Johto journey here. And then of course we're going to have to head back to Goldenrod City after that to deal with Team Rocket yet again in this playthrough. And then finally we're going to conclude today's action by traveling all the way through the Ice Path and arrive to Blackthorn City. So let's go ahead and get the action started here. I'm going to take the walk back down to Mahogany Town, and we're going to talk about a couple other things here, because one thing I mentioned as we were hitting the outro to part 10 is that it's time to evolve Scyther into Scizor, but, you know, during that recording I didn't have the metal coat on me in order to do that. So last night I went around to Thief a bunch of Magnemites, because we did teach Thief to Ursaring. So I do have the metal coat in my bag. I just haven't attached it to Scyther yet, because I just wanted to showcase that. And then as soon as we grow a level for Scyther, and actually, speaking of, we should probably put Bro in the front of the party. But in this game, you don't actually have to trade it while holding the metal coat, you just have to grow one level. So let's go ahead and swap the covert cloak, and then it should be on the bottom of my bag here. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Flame Orb. We got this yesterday too, from that route we were just on, by battling the Ace Trainer, so I'm going to go ahead and also put the Flame Orb onto the bear, because we have guts, and that's going to make us hit like an absolute truck once we get burnt. So the bear can have the Flame Orb. Now the cool thing about this too is, because it's not like a PvP online battle, right? We can pre-burn ourselves before we go into a gym, and then still swap that item for something like the Clear Amulet to block Intimidate, and go into these battles pre-burnt. So we're going to be good. It's a little sketch to try to go fight in this gym with a Scyther, because I'm still a flying type at this point, so I'm weak to ice moves, but I have cut, and even though it's not stab yet, it'll still hit like pure ice type super effectively, so let's hope we find a bunch of swine nubs and not a bunch of water ice Pokemon like Seal and Dugong, but let's fight this first guy. I'll freeze your Pokemon so you can't do a thing. I doubt that, Chief. Pretty sick snowboard there, Ronald. Right on cue, there's a Seal. Honestly though, I might be strong enough to OHKO with Bug Bite, but we'll see. I'm going to take a lot of damage from ice attacks, but I can take one, because Seal's not that very strong offensively. Let's see, but barring a crit, I think we should be good. Okay, that did nothing. Seal ain't have any kind of special attack stat, that's for sure. Alright, Pryce, get ready, old man. We're coming for that ass. And I want my 7th gym badge. Okay. This thing I should probably switch out against. That would be just a horrible idea to stay in. Let's go Lantern and Thunderbolt it. I'm not going to get enough experience points off this Dugong to evolve into Scizor, but we'll just get it off the next battle, or I could even switch in on whatever last Pokemon this guy has. Aqua Jet on Dewey is kind of intense, actually. Interesting. Yeah, right? I feel the same way, Jasmine. I think Dugong should get a Evo. Shout out to one of my best friends in real life. This is his favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Unfortunately, though, it's not very good. I mean, I know I've said it before here on this channel, too, but Kingler is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, so... Oh, it's a Sneasel. But yeah, Kingler is just like Dugong. It's not very good. I think we can go back to Scyther here. OHKO this thing with a cut. Actually, with a Bug Bite. Why would I use cut? Just a question of, can I take this crash? No, you crit the crash. Damn it. What up, Bones? Morning, baby. How we doing today? Alright, I'm just gonna go Houndoom and burn it up. Let's do this. Screech? Don't care. You ain't surviving this flamethrower to even follow that up next turn. Could have had a Scyther, you know. I mean a Scizor off this battle, but it's gonna have to wait till the next one. Yeah, that was like 900 points, so that definitely would have done the job. Okay. Back to the Pokemon Center we go. I totally forgot to, after hitting the intro, there was a fisherman up there that we could have battled. But I got distracted and we just walked right back down to town. That's okay. It's also interesting that it's raining up there at the Lake of Rage this morning. It was doing that yesterday, right? The first time we went up there. and battled the Gyarados. But then when we went up there the second time toward the end of the episode, it wasn't even raining anymore when we saved. What does this guy say, by the way? I should have got the fresh waters. I don't know if that's a thing in this game, though. Pryce is a veteran who trained a Pokemon for some 50 years. Yeah, well, we're about to send Pryce to the retirement home this morning. That's what's going to happen. He's said to be good at freezing opponents with Ice-type moves. That means you should melt him with your burning ambition. You already know, man. Excuse me, ma'am. I would like to battle so I can evolve my Scyther into a Scizor. Check out my parallel turn. Sure. Let's do it. Perfect. One Pokemon, if we take it out, we get Scizor. Oh, it's Pylo? We got this. Well, assuming Cut does over half, we got this, but because I can't take 2 ice attacks. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Look at that. Eating up this Crash right here. Bruh. I wouldn't call eating it up. I barely. And thankfully this doesn't have Ice Shard. I mean, it could have, but it just didn't click it. Either way, we get the last laugh and we're now evolving. No way I lived that with 3 HP. That was wild. Alright. Let's see this Evo here. And then we could put an item back on Scizor. There we go. We got the red rocket. Freeze dry, yeah, that's true. Metal Claw, no. Although I'm kind of curious what's like the base power and accuracy, but I'm assuming it's just the same. If it's the same, then Cut is better in terms of power and accuracy. Yeah, it's still 50-95. So, no, thank you. Don't need Metal Claw. Now, one other thing too. Well, first of all, let me check out Scizor's stats. We do need to potion it. 114 physical attack. That's crazy strong. Okay, so we can put an item back on it. I'm going to give it the Covert Cloak because I'm not trying to get flinched by Icicle Crash. We also do have protective pads, but I haven't seen a Ferrothorn yet in this playthrough. I also have to switch the team tracker. I almost forgot. Hold on. So I'm not going to do protective pads. I'm just going to put the cloak back on. And it also would be nice if I could burn the bear. Oh yeah, okay, so also last night after I thiefed the metal coat, I went back to, let me find the Scizor sprite real quick. I went back to the Pokemart and there we go. And I bought a bunch of Hyper Potions because I feel like we're going to need a bunch of these today for dealing with all the Team Rocket. There's going to be a bunch of Team Rocket scrubs. So I did that, and I also sold off some stuff in the bag because it's really annoying to scroll up and down for an hour. So I sold off like the nuggets and the pearls and the stuff like that just to get them out the bag. Alright, let's go fight this guy with our new Scizor here. This gym has a slippery floor. Thank you, I figured that out by now. It's fun, isn't it? But hey, we're not playing games here. Neither am I, buddy. I'm here to get my 7th gym badge. You're just standing in my way, B-Rad. He's got a nub. Alright, now that we finally have, you know, an additional stab boost on top of the technician boost, Cut's gonna destroy anything that doesn't resist it. Like, even if it's a neutral hit, I'm gonna be OHKOing some things here. Although these Mons are actually at a decently high level. So we might be in for a bit of a dogfight against Pryce, but again, with Scizor, with Houndoom, you know, even with Ursaring with strength, right? That's the reason I'm not evolving it yet, because it will gain the ground typing, obviously, as Ursaluna. So that's going to wait till we get to Blackthorn. Not until after this gym. Alright, how do we get up here? Well, that's one thing. Also, do I want to switch? We could also let Houndoom get some action here. Wouldn't be bad getting a level on this. Oh wait, there's Pryce right there. I always remember this gym, well, hold on, let's read this. I know Pryce's secret. Okay, well, good for you, buddy. I wasn't asking about his secret. But I always remember this being like 3 different rooms. That was because of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Shelter has really good physical defense, but kind of bad special defense, so I think Flamethrower still kills. Wait, this thing's pure water, huh? I always forget that. It still does KO, which is pathetic. But this doesn't actually gain the ice typing until it evolves into Cloyster. I literally forget that every time. I feel like it's just pure ice. Let's go for Sludge Bomb and test this out. Oh, you're also doing some breeding? Dang, both of you guys are doing some breeding right now. That's epic. You're breeding some EVs and Crystal? Okay, okay. There we go. Alright, here's Cloyster. Are you gonna have like a whole army of EVs? You're gonna build a team of 6 with all the evolutions? That would be cool. By the way, you know, for both of you guys, who is your favorite evolution out of all of them? Kind of curious. Mine personally has always been Flareon, but it's arguably probably the worst of them all. But I always thought Flareon was pretty cool. It's nowhere near as cool as Arcanine, obviously, but in terms of the evolutions, like, I don't know why, but Flareon was always my favorite. Alright, let's get some Sudowoodo action. We also have Rock Slide. We have everything we need to deal with ice types. I'm trying to see how I can fight... Oh, I see how I can fight her. We just go this way. I want to clear the last trainer before we go do Pryce. You need to think before you skate. No, you don't. Ooh, Umbreon, good call, good call. I like Umbreon. I like Umbreon and Espeon too. I mean, it's kind of hard, right? Like all the evolutions are cool, but I don't know what it was. I always liked using Flareon back in Gen 1. Mainly because I never picked Charizard, because everyone always picked Charizard. So I usually always either picked Squirtle or Bulbasaur back in the day. And you know, most of the time I would use Growlithe and Arcanine too, but on the playthroughs that I didn't, that's when I would use Flareon as my fire type. Sudowoodo wants to learn Sucker Punch. Absolutely. Now we're talking. I really don't need counter, to be honest. I mean, it's cool because I do have a sturdy Sudowoodo, so like counter's a good idea. But I kind of feel like just going 4 attacks with Sucker Punch. Also, you know, at some point I'm still going to use Thief to get some of those golden leaves off of Bellsprouts. But I haven't done that yet. I just thought of something else. Hold on. Let's go ahead and heal up before Pryce, but... yeah, right? That's true. The Game Freak scrapped in Gen 7. Yeah, more evolutions. We still need like a dragon one and a like a fighting type or a rock type one. That would be cool. But I totally forgot. Speaking of Thief, right? So even though I used Thief last night on Ursaring to get that metal coat, I never and now that Scizor evolved, I want to see if we can actually get Fire Punch on this. I'm gonna fly back to Goldenrod real quick, and we're gonna see if we can get Thunder Punch and Fire Punch. Now you might be thinking to yourself, you know, anybody watching this on YouTube, did this guy just say Fire Punch on Scizor? Yeah, I did. Obviously, normally not a thing, but I did see that on the website, so I kind of want to test it. I don't think I have any coins, though. But we can get some. Okay, I only have 130. Hold on. Now, you know, Fire Punch isn't really going to help Scizor against Pryce when I can just go for Cut. Because it's better. But let me go ahead and buy a little bit of coins here. And let's go see if we can do this. Mainly because I really don't need a Thief on Ursaring. Or, yeah. We can put it back at some point when I need to go get some golden leaves from Bellsprout, but that'll come at a different time. Alright, so let's click Fire Punch. And yeah, so we tested this when it was just a Scyther, but it said not available, or not able, whatever. But now that we're a Scizor, we can learn Fire Punch, which is, I don't know why, but to me that's hilarious, because Scizor's 4x weak to fire. I guess if we have a 1v1 against another Scizor, then you already know who's going to win that. But obviously we don't need Pursuit. So yeah, we just got Fire Punch on our Scizor. What is happening right now? And then obviously we've had Ice Punch on Sudowoodo the whole time, so I think we need to round out the the trifecta of elemental punches and go ahead and slap Thunder Punch onto the bear. Here we go. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, also... Oh, okay, I did get rid of Play Rough. I was about to say that I'm just going to get rid of Play Rough, but that's what I did for Thief yesterday. Okay. Easy money, man. Nice, powerful, well-rounded squad here. And I think everybody on the team, well, except for the top two, have a way to hit Ice type super effectively. So I don't think Pryce is going to be much of an issue here. But for Ursaring, we have Strength as a fighting type attack. Yeah, Meganium can't hit Ice type super effectively. I'm probably going to lead off with this because I have the Amulet coin, so at least we double our prize money. And look at that, Fire Punch on a Scizor. And then T-Bolt Surf, yeah, we can't hit Ice types. But here we have Rock Slide and Brick Break, so we're good to go. I'm going to put Houndoom in front, again, because of that Amulet coin. And Pryce is in for a world of hurt. Buddy has no chance. Once I figure out how to navigate this map, because it always... This is really confusing. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, is that your top 5, Unk? Okay. I like it, I like it. I like it. I mean, you know, for all of us, we really can't go wrong picking our favorite evolutions. They're all so cool. I think if I go down to this... Oh, no, that didn't work. I need to get to this one right behind the sign, I think, and then just go straight up. So how do I do that? No, I need to get on this one and then go straight up. Okay, I see it, I see it. Gym puzzles are always kind of annoying. But I think we do this. No, that was the wrong one. That didn't work either. Maybe? This goes straight down to the statue, right? And then we go across. Okay, okay, okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. Pryce? Good morning, old man. Look, we had to show up and do Pryce's gym in the morning. Because bro's like 75 years old, so... You know, after lunchtime around 1 p.m., he's going to need like his afternoon nap. So we had to make sure we got this battle in the morning. And that's why we're here. And Pryce, you know, I hate to have to do this to you, brother, but if you look at my team, you ain't got no chance this morning. So, how you doing? My name is Dude, and I'm here for my 7th gym badge, buddy. Hand it over. Pokemon have many experiences in their lives, just like we do. I too have seen and suffered much in my life. Since I am your elder, let me show you what I mean. I have been with Pokemon since before you were born. I'm not surprised. I do not lose easily. I, Pryce, the Winter Trainer, shall demonstrate my power. Come on, buddy. The only issue here is if they give him like a permanent hail, but I don't... We'll see. He's got 5 Pokemon. Leads off with a Dewey. We can handle Dewey. Houndoom's not the best matchup for this, but... Actually, what if this has thick fat? Then Flamethrower is a really bad idea. So we could go to the bear, we could go to Assault Vest Tree, but also it's probably going to be a Surf here. This actually was not a great lead. Let's go Lantern. It's probably going to be worthless in this fight apart from Dugong. Okay, Rain Dance. That's whatever. I know. I feel that way too, Jasmine. I really feel like Scizor should always get Fire Punch. Like, I can see why they didn't do it, because it kind of seems weird, but if you look at Scizor, like the design, right, it just makes too much sense. Honestly, it should have all 3 of the elemental punches. I can see why they don't want to do it with Scyther, but with Scizor, it makes too much sense. Okay, here we need to go for a different move, because if I T-Bolt again, it's going to put him in range where he probably rips a potion. So I'm going to try Icy Wind for a little bit of chip, and hope that I could outspeed on the subsequent turn. Don't flinch. Nice. Look at Lantern putting in the work right here. Okay, well. That didn't do any damage, unfortunately. Maybe we're faster. We are, but, you know, this is not going to take it out, and then he's going to potion, but that's okay. Hey, that's why sometimes you attack. You never know when you're going to get the crit. Great job, Lantern. There we go, baby. Who's next, Pryce? Keep sending them out. Abort mission. That's a problem. Honestly, though, if you know, it is raining. If somehow I can outspeed this Mamo, but holy guacamole, it's at level 42. Whoever wins, you know, the speed thing here is gonna win this 1v1, right? Because I dropped to an EQ, but I might Oko, bro, with a rain boosted Surf. Well, let's try it. Okay. Wait, we're not taking a magnitude 9, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. Lantern did his job. That's tough, though. Oh, I forgot to burn the bear. That's my bad. Which means I now can't Oko this either. So I think we go Scizor and we hit it with Cut. That's the best way I can deal with this. Magnitude 8. It's gonna hurt, but we can take it. Scizor's got good bulk. Never mind. Alright. What? He's got a Citrus? Huh. Not good. We're actually going to lose Scizor here too, unless he gets a really weak like magnitude 4. Damn it, bro. He's got 3 really good magnitudes. Okay. Oh, whatever. No, Mamo is an absolute unit for sure. Okay, so the... Hold on, what... No, I want to see Scizor's speed stat. Obviously, Houndoom would outspeed, but would Meganium outspeed, theoretically, because... I don't think that's a risk I should take, though. Because I could take it out with an energy ball. Ursaring could take it out with a strength if I was burnt, but I'm not burnt, so I'd have to take a fat magnitude hit. And then I still wouldn't get burnt. Like, I have a feeling Mamoswine's faster. So I think we have to go Houndoom, and even if it has thick fat, I think we still get it with Flamethrower. How are you faster? Huh? Oh. I think we just lost a prize. Wait, what? Okay, Meganium's gonna get smoked by an Icicle Crash anyway. I can't really go out to this. Huh? What just happened right here? Okay. That's my bad. Hey, this is why Mamoswine's in my top 10 favorite mons, right? Well, you know what I have to do then? I have to bulldoze it to slow it down, and then we outspeed it with strength. This is only his second Pokemon. I couldn't even get to the... Never, I can't even take that. Okay. Sometimes in life you gotta hold the L. You feel me? Is this thing like Choice Banded into Magnitude? What are we doing? There's no... Wait. What? How... No. My Meganium can't be faster than my Houndoom. That's not possible. He had to have clicked counter right there or something. Because Mamoswine outspeed my Houndoom, but it didn't outspeed my Meganium. That makes no sense. Well, we already lost, but obviously we tricked it into... Wait, 80 speed is actually really bad on Houndoom. Is my Meganium faster than Houndoom? No. Okay, so he had to have clicked a negative priority attack there, like... Or, he clicked Avalanche. That has to be what it was. Okay. Crash is gonna smoke me. Hopefully I don't flinch. I take it. Okay. I think it's too little too late. We only have Sudowoodo in the back. And that does 0 damage. That's okay. Maybe you miss Crash? You don't miss. Hey, can Sudowoodo clutch this? But my goodness, this team just got ripped in half by Mamoswine. Holy moly. Alright, don't need to risk the Rock Slide miss, right? Because this thing is 4 times weak to Brick Break, so it'll drop to that. Maybe if we don't flinch here, we might have a chance. Okay, we don't have a chance now. Oh, you missed Crash. Okay. There's no way I could take out 2 more Pokemon with Sudowoodo, right? No way. Dude, that Mamoswine just ripped a hole in my team. Cloyster, that's really bad. Unless I'm faster and I flinch it, but I highly doubt it. Are we really, Pryce? We're playing these games, bro? Why don't you just attack? You're a water type. Okay. Alright, it's over. It's over. Okay. Yeah, see, that's all you had to do was click. Dude, I hate when they go for Supersonic. You're trolling so hard. You literally could have just water pulsed off rip. We survive it because of AV, but yeah. Alright, alright. Whatever, man. Hey, you know, GG's, Pryce, GG's. Sometimes in life, that's just how it goes. Oh, man. Alright, alright. Run it back, run it back. So, what am I supposed to do against that Mamoswine, then? How did Scizor's cut do, like, less than half? What an absolute unit. Okay, we need to pre-burn. We need to pre-burn Ursa. And then hopefully it doesn't rip a magnitude 10. My goodness, that did so much damage. Alright. Let's... Wow. Let's go this way. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When I told Pryce I was going to send him into the retirement home, I think he took offense to that. Now, here, okay, so here's the thing about the Flame Orb, though. Is, I don't... Sometimes you, like, lose these hold items when they go off against wild Pokemon, so I don't really want to do this. I'm going to go fight this trainer up at the top of the route is what I'm trying to get at. Because that's, like, the only trainer still available. Might as well bite that giraffe reg. Alright. Oh, man. Hey, that's what happens when you go in there overconfident, you know? So, okay. New plan, though, because I don't think Mamoswine has Icicle Crash, or it would have went for it and outsped Meganium. I think it has Avalanche, which, if you don't know, that's a negative priority attack. It's a lot stronger because it's 60 base power, but if you go last and take damage, it's like 120 base power. So Avalanche is really, really strong. And I think that's what Mamoswine was going for, clearly, because it would have outsped me. Because it outsped... How did it outspeed my Houndoom? That's... that's what threw me off. I think I was going to be good until that happened. Alright, reversal at full HP is wild. How does it even do 6 damage? Trolling. Nah, see, for Pryce, that was like his, you know... We're going to send him to the retirement home at the end of the day, but we had to at least let bro have like one more moment of glory. He's been through a lot, man. He's been through a lot. It would have been very rude to just go in there and snatch the badge. And, so, you know, out of respect, look, game recognizes game, right? And he's been in the game for a hot minute, so we got to pay our respects to Pryce. He's had a hell of a run, man. He's been doing this for over 40 years in that gym, so we got to give him respect. But at the end of the day, we're going to come out on top with that badge. But sheesh. Yeah. That's a crazy Mamoswine right there. Wait, why am I not getting burnt, by the way? Hello? Is there a reason I'm not burnt right now? Does it have to do with because it's raining? That would make no sense. This item should always go off regardless. Let me try to swap Ursaring back in. Yeah, that's true. We have only seen 2 moves on it. Well, actually, really, we only saw 1 move in Magnitude. I'm just guessing, but it's kind of obvious that it's Avalanche. Because there would be, like, I don't know what other negative priority move it could have. Unless it was going for counter. Okay, now we get burnt. That was weird. Theoretically, it might have had counter in this game. I don't know. But yeah, most likely it was Avalanche. Oh man, that was funny. I got smoked. And he still had another Mon besides Cloyster. What up, Mom? Good morning. Hey, I think she opened Twitter this morning and she saw that I got blown up by Pryce. So she's got to call me and check in on your boy, you know, make sure I'm okay. Listen, Mom. I know I was kind of rude to Pryce, and, you know, I'm sorry. But I went in there overconfident, and I got humbled real quick. I got a whole new level of respect for that guy. I found a useful item shopping. Okay, Mom. Thanks. You know, unless it's a focus sash, I don't see how it's going to help me live Magnitude, but hey. You never know. Let's go ahead and, well, first of all, take the Flame Orb off and swap it for... I guess I don't really need... Well, hopefully it's a Focus Sash, but... See, here's the Moonstone. Wait a minute. Could we use a Eviolite on Ursaring? I mean, obviously we can, but... Due to it being able to evolve into Ursaluna, does the Eviolite work? I was just thinking, like, if that's not a Focus Sash, it ain't gonna help me live a hit, but... If the Eviolite works, which it should, you know, go ahead and get a Magnitude 10. I could care less, Mamoswine. New plan, new plan. It's actually a good thing we took that L. I mean, like, because look, even if I pre-burnt myself, it wouldn't have mattered because we got one shot by Magnitude 10. So it's better to go in there already pre-burnt. I think that's going to work out. Oh! Okay. I think my mom heard about the story on how I got my ass kicked by Pryce, and she actually bought something useful. No shot. Yeah. Well, now we don't have to worry about getting outsped. Houndoom? You don't need the amulet coin. You're getting a scarf, buddy. Now we can outspeed Mamoswine. Alternatively, do I put the scarf on Scizor? 57x 1.5. That might allow me... I don't know how fast this damn Mamoswine is. So who do we scarf? Oh, I gotta heal. No, I can't. I can't heal with the center lady because then she is gonna heal the burn. Gotta do this. Do I have any orange berries? I have no orange berries. That's crazy. Okay. Whatever. What's his face? Scizor's missing 3 HP, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Whitney and Pryce, yeah. And they're going to be the only two. We're going to go the rest of this playthrough. Well, maybe when we get to Kanto, who knows, but... We're going to go the rest of this playthrough, including the Elite Four, without taking any more L's. Because, look, I'm sitting on Strike 2 right now, and you're never going to see me hit Strike 3. We're going to win with only 2 strikes on us the whole way. Okay, who do we give the scarf to, though? This is actually pretty cool. I kind of like Ursaring with the Eviolite. Again, I'm just going to kind of hope it works. I think we scarf Houndoom. Let's be real, who cares about the amulet coin? Let's go ahead and hit a scarf on this thing. Now, so this is a whole 180 from the first time, right? Now we have a Pokemon in Houndoom who's going to be faster than Mamoswine, and we have a Pokemon in Ursaring who should be able to live a hit from Mamoswine because of the Eviolite. And now we know that it's a Dugong lead. Do I go Meganium or do I go Lantern? Because we know Lantern does not two-shot with Thunderbolt. So what's the difference in Meganium's special attack versus Lantern? 1 point, 81 and 80. Wait, I have an idea. Lantern is holding Mystic Water. If we switch Mystic Water with the Magnet, we can then be strong enough to two-shot Dugong. Look at hey, look at this all coming together here. But it's kind of pathetic that I have to sit here and make an actual, like, you know, plan to beat Gym Leader Pryce. Also, Meganium had the soft sand for what's it called? Boosting Earth Power, but I think Miracle Seed is better. Not only because of Dugong, but because of Cloyster, if we have to use Meganium against Cloyster. Alright, Pryce. You know, you had your fun, buddy. That was like your last time to taste victory. But that all changes right here and right now, bud. Miracle Seed, Magnet... Covert Cloak, you know, whatever. AV, a Eviolite Bear, and a Scarf Hellhound. Let's get it. Okay. Oh, great. Now I gotta figure out the puzzle again. Okay, it's just this one. We go around the loop. I got it. Alright, old man. I hope you enjoyed your final taste of victory. But after today... You're going to enjoy the rest of your years in the retirement home, man. Now look, Pryce, it's, you know, you've had a hell of a run, man. Trust me, lots of respect to your name, buddy. But it's time to move on and move into the next chapter of your life and let somebody else take over the gym here. So, with all that being said, even though you have one of the GOATs of all time with Mamoswine, it's time to put you in the dirt, take that 7th gym badge right now. We ain't even reading the dialogue again. But, I really hope we can two-shot Dugong now because of the magnet. We saw it first time, right? I got a crit. That was the only reason I did two-shot it. Well, there was an Icy Wind in the middle as well. Yeah, no, exactly. Mamoswine is base speed way faster than Scizor, but I was thinking about Houndoom. That made no sense how it outsped a Houndoom. I mean, it had a lot of levels. It's like 6 levels higher than Mamoswine over Houndoom, but you know, Houndoom is a lot faster naturally than a Mamoswine. My team overall is kind of slow though. We gotta start fighting some more wild Rattatas. Get those speed EVs. Okay, with the magnet, this is a two-shot. Oh. It has rest with hydration because of Rain Dance, I bet. Oh, it also just has a Chesto Berry. Interesting. Whatever. Hopefully that wasn't a high roll. Let's see if this is actually going to be a guaranteed two-shot. Okay, we actually kind of low rolled on turn 1. This is going to take a minute. It's going to stall me out of most of my Thunderbolts. Also, too, if Pryce is really that guy, let's see how good his mental acuity still is. But he should just hard swap into Mamoswine because I'm just sitting here ripping T-Bolts, you know? I guess, you know, with hydration, he could okay. Alright, Pryce. I see you, buddy. Here comes Mamo. Now, here's another thing. Do we just hope and pray that he's gonna, like, just for one time, like, low roll a magnitude? Because he clicked it, what? I think we saw 7, 8, 9, and 10 last time, and he only clicked it 4 times. He had, like, a 9, then an 8, then a 7, and then a 10 against Ursaring. So we also could roll the dice, because if I survive, I'm going to get off massive damage with a Surf. It's going to do, like, 80%. So I think I roll the dice. But saving this for Dugong and Cloyster is also a good idea. Now, theoretically, we could go Meganium on what should be an Earthquake here. We live that easily, and then, assuming it's just Avalanche, we could still outspeed. I mean, we would die, because I'm not going to one-shot it. But I don't know if we should save Lantern. Why is this like an intense battle right now that I have to think this hard? Also, it would be a waste. No, it would be a waste ending on Meganium if he does have Ice Cold Crash and he just decided to go for Avalanche last time, because obviously it would outspeed me and just OHKO me with a Crash. So we're gonna roll the dice and hope that hope that he rolls, like, you know, roll the dice on the magnitude and hope that it's a low roll so we live. Pryce is bricked up in the head. What is he doing? A Lapras with Water Absorb. That's his that's his last Pokemon. What is going on right now? Okay, we're faster than Lapras. Dude, his team is crazy. Para. Okay, we dodge this thing. Let's see if he goes back to Mamoswine, but I don't care. And he doesn't. What is going on right now? Yeah, that's my plan to get Bullet Punch for Scizor, but I don't have any of those gold leaves. Because even though I was thieving last night, I never went after Bellsprouts. Okay, we take out Mamoswine for free. It didn't even do anything because it just missed it. I mean, we take out Lapras for free because all it did was click Sing and it missed. Magnitude what? Yeah, buddy! Catch this Surf, although now it's not in the rain, though. Damn, so Magnitude 7 would have OHKO'd me from full. This won't do much now that it's not rain boosted, but we get rid of the Citrus. That's good. He's gonna KO me with any move, so we could go Meganium now on the next Magnitude, and then try to hit with Energy Ball. I like that play. If Meganium gets KO'd somehow, we could just go to Houndoom, because now we can outspeed it with the Scarf. I was gonna say that's way too much damage, but it's because he got a crit. That makes sense. Okay. We outspeed again. He has to be going for Avalanche here. But he doesn't even take the Energy Ball. Alright, Pryce. We came back with a new plan, and you got shat on this time. Dugong, don't care. What are you going to do, Aurora Beam? You know? You don't even outspeed me either. Deuces, Dugong. Now, he does still have that Sneasel, but this time, hey, I'm not kidding. This time we're 6-0 in his ass. He's not even getting a kill. I'm gonna keep switching out just to make sure. Okay, perfect. Sneasel, we're going to the Burnt Bear. Watch this. Oko-ing it with Strength. And then we got plenty of options to deal with Cloyster in the back. Is this thing choice banded? Why is that doing so much damage? Also, if I get flinched here, then I have to switch out, but let's try to see if we can get a Strength off. My goodness, that is strong. Okay, nice. Bye, Sneasel. Now, I'm going to switch out, though, when Cloyster comes out, because I'm not kidding. This time, he's not getting a KO. We're body bagging him. Shoutouts to the old playthrough that Shofu used to do. Or not playthrough, but the old series that Shofu used to have back in Gen 5 on his YouTube channel. The body bag specials. That's what we're doing to Pryce right now. Let's see. Who could take hits, though? He probably clicks a water move here, so we... Oh, I don't have water absorb. Let's go Scizor first. We'll chip it a little bit. And then eventually we're going to go out probably to Meganium. I'm just going to wait till he confuses me, and then I'll keep switching around, but... Because we know this thing has Supersonic for no reason. Now, Cut is neutral, so is Bug Bite. I might as well Bug Bite in case he's holding a... we dodge it, easy money. In case this thing has a berry, we might as well Bug Bite. Okay, that does like no damage. Cut's going to do the same amount, but... I'm just going for it for the heck of it. Yeah, Cloyster has really, really good... what's it called? Physical defense. It has piss poor special defense, though. So I think it still goes Water Pulse here. We go to Meganium. We dodge the confusion. And we KO with Energy Ball. And send Pryce packing down to Florida for his retirement home. Alright, bro. Do I even roll the dice that I hit myself in confusion and get KO'd to Aurora Beam? No. We go Houndoom and we kill it with Flamethrower. I'm telling you, he's not getting a KO. He's not. Oh, you have Shard. Okay. Interesting. I was kind of predicting like an Aurora Beam there. That's why I went to Doomer. Get rid of it. GG's, Pryce. That's it, buddy. That's it. There we go. Easy money. Although, you know, I can't say that because I got destroyed the first time. I gotta hold that L. That was funny. That was funny. Alright. Jeez. Ah, I am impressed by your prowess. With your strong will, I know you will overcome all of life's obstacles. You're damn right. I don't ever give up, man. I've been knocked down plenty of times in my life, but I'm always going to keep fighting. I ain't ever going to quit. You are worthy of this badge. And 4,200 Poke Coins. Let's get it. Alright. Jeez. Before I forget, let's go ahead and add this Glacier badge real quick. Boom. Peep the top left corner of the screen. We now got 7 gym badges. Let's go. That badge will let your Pokemon use Whirlpool and cross over Whirlpools. Don't care. And this is a gift from me. Usually that's Avalanche is like 72, right? What is 67? Okay, it's just different in this game. That TM contains Avalanche, so that has to be what his Mamoswine was going for. We still never saw Mamoswine use Avalanche, but it was kind of obvious that's what it used twice. It just never got the hit off. It deals more damage if the user was hurt first. It demonstrates the harshness of winter. Enjoy Florida, buddy. Holy moly, man. We just got smoked. Even again, like, look how he kind of ripped up my team again right here. Could have won if Mamo had Ice Shard. Yeah, for real. I feel like it did, but it was probably clicking Avalanche because it knows, like, Ice Shard wasn't strong enough to get the KO. Okay, I was expecting the call. That's why I was waiting before I stepped out the door. I'm kind of curious if it did have Ice Shard, but I guess we'll never know. Dude, how are things going? Honestly, Professor, it's off to a rocky start today. But, you know, through sheer determination and grit, we got the job done. How are you doing this morning, Elm? I called because something weird is happening with the radio broadcast. They were talking about Team Rocket. Dude, do you know anything about it? No. Maybe Team Rocket has returned. Okay, they've been here the whole time. We've seen them like 4 times in this playthrough. That just can't be true. Clearly, Professor Elm never steps outside of his Pokemon lab, because had he done that, or seen the news, he would know that Team Rocket's all over Johto. Sorry to bug you. Take care. And again, they always just hang up the phone. They don't even give me a chance to say nothing, but we all know what this means. We got to head back to Goldenrod again. Oh, man. That was a fun gym battle right there. And look, this is why I'm telling you, Mamoswine's the GOAT, bro. EQ, Stone Edge, Avalanche, Ice Shard. That's all you need. I know a lot of people do like to run Icicle Crash. It's honestly probably the better play, but me personally, I actually like to run Avalanche. Because Ice Shard's another one of those moves that misses all the time. I mean, did I just say Ice Shard? I meant Icicle Crash. I don't know, I told you when I'm playing, I'm like half paying attention to the game and just kind of half paying attention to what I say. So I do be saying a lot of wrong stuff. I was curious if there was Team Rockets blocking that down there, but okay, so yeah, they're here. But yeah, I don't like running Icicle Crash on my Mamoswine because, first of all, you have to run a lot of speed if you're trying to get a flinch. And I like to run more of a bulkier Mamoswine, that's why I prefer Avalanche. Okay, so do we have to... By the way, I should probably switch up my items. Houndoom doesn't need the Scarf anymore. And I just healed Ursaring's burn. Doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put the Amulet Coin back on it, but I'm kind of done using the Amulet Coin at this point. We still need some more cash. But at some point, we're just going to swap over to, like, heavy-duty boots for Houndoom. But for now, let's go ahead and keep rolling with the coin here. Let Houndoom wear his necklace. Eventually, we'll put the boots on. And whatever. Lantern's fine in the... Actually, no. Let's just put Houndoom in front. Maximize that cash while we can. Alright. That was kind of a funny time to step in the tower. Mid-thunderclap. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if this was a hardcore Nuzlocke. Well, if it was, it'd be over. At the hands of that Mamoswine. We've finally taken over the radio tower. You ain't taking over nothing, chump. Now everyone will get to experience the true terror of Team Rocket. We'll show you how scary we are. Yeah, alright, man. Go ahead and send out your Zubat. Okay, is Underground's after? Oh, he's got the Alolan Rat. Not bad. Kind of feel like we get one shot with Flamethrower, though, so I'm going for it. But hopefully this thing doesn't have reversal, because if I leave it in the red HP, it's going to OHKO Houndoom. Alright, that's fine. This is also going to hurt a lot, but... Yeah, so maybe we have to do... like the first little bit of this, then we have to go underground, and if I remember right, then we have to come back here after getting like a key card to get all the way to the top of the tower. Sneasel, I could take a hit. Metal Claw. Interesting. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Now, hopefully, you know, with that setback, I'm still going to have enough time to get through Ice Path and all the way into Blackthorn. I think we're good. But obviously, that kind of derailed the plans there for, you know, set us back like 10 minutes. But it is what it is. Now, let's keep fighting here. How boring. It was far too easy to take over this place. Come on, keep me amused. Oh, I'm going to do more than that. Well, I was going to say I'm going to rip your team apart, but she only has one Pokemon. It's just a Arbok. But I'm going to send you back to the Pokemon Center. That's what I'm going to do. Level 35, though. Definitely can take a Flamethrower, but let's see if we can get the burn real quick. But after this one, I'd probably Hyper Potion Houndoom, and hell, if we do get the burn, let's just go Screech anyway, so it don't matter. But I'm probably going to Potion Houndoom and put it towards the back of the party. Let somebody else get some levels here. Okay. Yeah, all these Pokemon are pretty high level. Well, not that high, but they're finally turning a corner. So, depending on where we're at after we get through the Ice Path, I'm probably going to grind in between episodes just to get everybody to 40. I don't think I'll have the whole team at 40 by the time we get out of there. And let's go with Ursaring for a little bit. Only because Pryce's Mamoswine was 42, right? So, theoretically, like, Claire's Ace could be 45. Again, if it's... assuming it's, like, Kingdra or whatever. I feel like it could be around 45, so I want to make sure I'm at least at 40. So again, we'll see where we get once we arrive in Blackthorn at the end of the action today, but I think I'm probably going to have to grind the team up to like 40. Everybody should be at like 38, maybe 39, but you know, I'll probably hit a couple levels off camera. But again, we'll see, Bulldoze it. Now, again, even though I still have this Moonstone, you know, obviously we could evolve into Ursaluna right now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till the start of the next episode to do that. I want to enjoy having this bear on the squad for one more day here. But next time, at the start of the action for, what would that be, part 12? I'm pretty sure we're in part 11 right now. So right at the start of part 12, kind of like we did today with Scyther and Scizor, we're just going to rip the Moonstone after the intro next time. And then we're going to waltz into Claire's gym, show her who's boss. Now, additionally, so one other reason why I'm not going to evolve Ursaring today. This morning when I was drinking my coffee, I was reading the YouTube comments, and somebody was telling me that over in the Murky Swamp, which is another new area added to this game, that apparently there's like a wild Blood Moon Ursaluna there. So, as soon as I read that comment, I thought it would be really fitting to take our own Ursaluna there. And we're going to have an epic 1v1 showdown between the two Ursalunas to see which one is King Bear. You already know it's mine, but you never know. But Blood Moon Ursaluna is kind of a monster as well, so... But, you know, I'm not going to have enough time today to go all the way down there. So, that's what we'll do next time at the start of part 12. We evolve the bear here, take it down to the Murky Swamp, go battle Blood Moon Ursaluna, and then kind of cap things off with Claire after that. And get that 8th gym badge. Alright, Lantern. Your turn for some action here. There's a ROM hack called Heart Gold Soul Silver Sevi Islands. That sounds like fun. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, also, okay, so also when I was scrolling my phone this morning, I saw a clip of, what was it called? Pokemon Emerald Slide. That looks like a lot of fun, and I need to add that to the list of playthroughs as well. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Pokemon Emerald Slide, but it's literally like the whole Hoenn region is frozen over, and you can't even walk around. Like, it's the whole map is one giant ice puzzle, so you can't really control where you're walking. It kind of reminded me because it's funny that I saw it this morning on my phone, and then here we are, we just went through Pryce's gym where we had to slide around, right? So, kind of curious how much Psybeam could do. It's not going to OHKO it, but... So, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like a ridiculous playthrough, but I think it'd be kind of fun. And we would just sit there and slide across the whole Hoenn map and try to figure out... It's hard to even get inside buildings because you have to angle your slides correctly, you know? Alright, bro. Damn sleep powder. So, I think that would be fun. And, I'm you know, at some point I'll get to that playthrough too. But I don't know. Like, it would be kind of ridiculous, but I think it would be fun. Because I would struggle, and therefore it'd be entertaining, right? We're trying to figure out, like, just one giant ice puzzle map. So that's another one to add to the list. Oh, okay, you never heard of it? Yeah. Are we about to lose a 1v1 to a Venomoth because I can't wake up? Come on, Lantern. Right now, I believe in you. Last chance. Money in the bank. Alright, I'm gonna hit a couple potions after this. Although at some point we probably get to go back to the Pokemon Center before we go underground, but I don't remember how many more battles there is. Oh, well there's at least one more battle. Okay. So let's do some potions here. Houndoom and the bear need some as well. Alright, and then we'll get some Sudowoodo and some Scizor action, try to get them both up to 37 here. Go with Sudowoodo first. Sudowoodo, by the way, don't sleep on the fact that we just learned Sucker Punch. That's gonna come in clutch. I can already feel it. 3 years ago, Team Rocket was forced to disband, but we're making a comeback here. No, you're not. I'm putting an end to your comeback right now, buddy. Okay. Got the Grimer. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. We gonna flinch it right here. And then we're going to finish it off with an Ice Punch because we don't need to risk Rock Slide miss next turn. I didn't get the flinch. You hate to see it. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to try out Sucker Punch to see the animation. This should be strong enough to get it. It's not bad. Looks pretty cool, actually. Favorite legendary from each gen? I could talk about that as I'm going. So my favorite Gen 1 legendary is Zapdos. For Gen 2, my favorite legendary would be Entei. For Gen 3, not only my favorite legendary of that gen, but of all time, is Kyogre. That's my favorite from Gen 3. The GOAT, Kyogre. Gen 4, now you're getting a lot of legendaries in Gen 4, but I think it would have to be Heatran. I love Heatran. Gen 5, it's definitely Landorus. Landorus, honestly, is the GOAT of legendaries. It's the best competitively, but I've always... Oh, you got an Alolan Muck. That's pretty cool. You know, personally, my GOAT is Kyogre, but realistically speaking, the GOAT is Landorus. Alright, get the defense drop and the poison touch. So again, quick recap. You'd have... Wait, did I flinch or miss? Like, what just happened right there? That was like a just awful turn. And actually, Sudowoodo's gonna get KO'd because of that defense drop and the poison. He would get KO'd next turn because Rock Slide ain't gonna do much damage. It's not gonna... Alright, bro. Knocking off my Eviolite. This Muck is trolling. Okay, so Gen 1 Zapdos, Gen 2 Entei, Gen 3 Kyogre, Gen 4 Heatran, Gen 5 Landorus, and then for Gen 6... Gen 6 didn't really... Who are like the best legendaries? The only ones that even come to mind are just the box legendaries. Why can't I think of anything else? It all started to go downhill after Gen 5 Pokemon in general as a franchise, but they still got some good mons. Who is my favorite legendary of Gen 6? Honestly, I guess just Xerneas. I can't even... Off the top of my head, I can't even think of any others. I'm probably missing something important, but... Wow, yeah, I don't know. But Gen 7 would be Tapu Lele. Insanely powerful and strong Pokemon. That's an easy one. And Gen 8... Who are the goats of Gen 8? Besides just Zacian and Zamazenta. Let me think about that while we battle some more of these guys here. I've been given strict orders. I'm to crush anyone who challenges Team Rocket. So yeah, I'm kind of struggling for Gen 6 and Gen 8. Oh, and I guess Gen 9 too. We gotta think of a legendary for Gen 9. You see how hard this is? Like, how I'm saying everything goes downhill after Gen 5. Gen 7 was pretty easy with Tapu Lele, but 6, 8, and 9 are kind of hard to come up with a legendary that I like. Gyro Ball's going to hurt a little bit here, but we are a Sudowoodo, so it's going to bounce off. I'm going to have to Rock Slide again. Ice Punch wouldn't KO it from there. Huh. I don't know. Because also, like some of the mythicals pop in my head too, but those, you know, don't count as legendary Pokemon. You know what? I guess I was thinking more about Gen 8 for Sword and Shield. I do think the Ice Horse was kind of cool. Glastrier, or whatever it was called. That was in the Crown Tundra DLC. That Mon was pretty cool too. I mean, Zacian and Zamazenta are also cool, but yeah, I really don't have a favorite Gen 8 legendary, and I can't even think of a Gen 6 besides Xerneas and Yveltal. Because, like, Volcanion wouldn't count. Yeah, that's tough. Gen 6 only had 3 legendaries. Oh, and 3 okay, so it's just the covered legendaries plus, that's why we got Sucker Punch. So it's Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. Is that really it? Oh, Gen 6, bro. Gen 6 had arguably the worst map in franchise history, and it has probably the worst roster of Pokemon. I think it has actually, no joke, I think it has the smallest roster of Pokemon of all time. No, we missed the Rock Slide. That's okay. Super Fang only does half your remaining HP, so it's not like it can KO me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure out of all 9 generations, Gen 6 had the smallest introduction of new Pokemon with like 72 or something like that. It was a pathetically small amount. I'm really not a fan of Gen 6 at all. It's only like considered good because it you know, that's when Megas came out. But the map was not good. There's no legendaries, as we just established. And yeah, the new roster of Pokemon too, like besides Aegislash and maybe Talonflame, you know, and then of course the starter with Greninja, like not only was the number so small, but there was really like no good Pokemon either. That's like the main issue with Gen 6. Greninja's goated, don't get me wrong. And Aegislash is cool, Talonflame's okay. You know, I'm also a big fan of Aurorus, the Ice Rock Fossil. But apart from that, like every other Pokemon in the decks there was a complete joke. We haven't even tested Fire Punch yet, so even though it's not the best option here for Weezing, I'm going to do it anyway. Just to see the animation. And again, to remember that we have Fire Punch on our Scizor. Okay, so I guess by default, my favorite Gen 6 Legendary is just Xerneas then. Kind of an underwhelming answer, but clearly we don't have many options. Alright, Weezing. Settle down there, buddy. And then what about Gen 9? I guess I didn't give you a Gen 9. I don't know. I mean, I played through, I bought both copies of Gen 9, Scarlet and Violet, but... Yo, what up? Good morning. We're out here talking about our favorite legendaries of all time. Join in on the conversation. I don't even need to potion Sudowoodo. Honestly, I think we're almost done with this place, and then we can go heal before we jump underground. An unknown child wandering here. Who are you? This guy asks like he don't know who I am. I'm Dude. Who are you, nerd? With the glasses. Battle me right now, Mr. Scientist. Yeah, welcome in, brother. Good morning. You got a Magneton? Well, I got Fire Punch on my Scizor. Another reason why it comes in handy just for beating steel types here. It still makes me laugh thinking about that. Oh, Zekrom? W choice. Great Pokemon. Give me the burn. I mean, even though I don't need it. That's clean. I forgot about Zekrom, but that's because my favorite Gen 5 Legendary is Landorus. Just absolute monster. But Zekrom's super clean too. Alright, and then we get everybody up to 37. Yeah, I know, right? For real. Scizor wants to learn Defense Curl. I don't know about you guys, chat, but I think I'm going to pass on that. I don't really see how Defense Curl would be very useful. Who learns Defense Curl at level 37? That's something you learn at like level 2. What are we doing here? Alright, bro's got another Magnemite. Let's hope this doesn't have Sturdy, because then I think we can one-shot it with Fire Punch. Based on that damage from Magneton. Nice. Must have been another Levitating Magnemite. Okay. Dang it, he's got another Magneton, though. I don't think I would even live a T-Bolt. So I'm just going to go Houndoom here. Flamethrower it for the one-shot. Yeah, Gen 9 is tough to think about. Favorite Legendary. I mean, like, honestly, I kind of like the Electric Dragon, the Miraidon from the cover of Violet, but as a whole, I can't stand either one of those Pokemon because why do they have like a tire coming out of their throat, bro? Why did they turn the legendaries into a bicycle, a motorcycle? To me, that was like one of the dumbest things that Pokemon's ever done. Just put the damn bicycle in the game, man. We don't gotta ride around on the legendaries like they're a bike. I don't know what they were trying to cook with that. Alright, we don't have the card key for that door, so we gotta keep pushing here. And we actually probably need to hit a couple potions real quick. This is why I bought so many of them. I don't know, to me that was like that was a big turnoff to see the legendaries have tires coming out of their throat, man. Like, we could have done much better with those designs here, Game Freak. Even though, I know someone's going to correct me in the YouTube comments, Game Freak doesn't actually design the Pokemon, right? They just make the video games. The Pokemon are designed by Creatures Inc. So it's different. You know, everybody loves to hate on Game Freak, when they drop new Pokemon game because they think they're the ones that created the Pokemon. They don't actually do that. You plan to rescue the director? That won't be possible because I'm gonna beat you. No, you're not. You're a Team Rocket grunt for a reason, man. Yeah, that's true. Gen 9 had the paradox of legendaries. I mean, that's true too. I was thinking about those, but I also thought that was kind of a weird concept in general. Gen 9 as a whole, just kind of an L. Mainly because it ran at like 30 FPS because it was developed for the Switch 1, which was a joke. But even at that, it seems like it ran at more like 10 FPS. Because they tried to make an open world map, which is hard when you have no loading zones and the whole map is just open like that. And you develop it on an outdated piece of hardware like the Switch 1. It just didn't work in every way. But, with that being said, like I talk about, I find a way to enjoy every single Pokemon game that I play. But I can't sit here and not criticize Scarlet and Violet, because it was a glitchy mess, if I'm being honest. Let's go ahead and try to take it out with Sucker Punch. That way we avoid taking a hit. Bro, okay. I think you joined the stream after I just said that. But no joke, I was talking about that like 2 minutes before you joined. Like verbatim, that's what I just said. How the franchise just went downhill after Gen 5. That's hilarious, bro. Yeah, dude. Did you hear me say all that? Or is that actually your genuine thoughts? No way you say the exact same things that I do. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go Meganium, even though I'm 4 times weak to poison. And then go for Earth Power. No, I'm not. I'm going Ursaring. I'm in awe that you just typed that in the comments. Because that's literally what I always talk about. Oh, we might have just became best friends, bro. No joke. Okay, so I'll say it again, even though I say it in a lot of videos. In my opinion, Pokemon peaked between Gens 3, 4, and 5. Those are my 3 favorite gens, 3, 4, 5. And then ever since Gen 5, it's gone downhill, but the one gen that I like is Gen 8. I can't stand 6, 7, or 9. I can't stand any of those gens. Again, still find ways to enjoy them, but they wouldn't be my first choices. Because Gen 6 had the worst Pokemon roster of all time, and in my opinion, the worst map. Kind of tied right there with Alola. I also hated the Alola map. But Alola did have some cool Pokemon, so I give it a little bit of respect, but very small map. I didn't like the idea. I respect the idea, but I didn't like it. And then Gen 9, like I just talked about, is an absolute monstrosity. So, but Gen 8, like, it seems the consensus, everyone hates Gen 8. They always joked about the graphics in the wild area. That was like the big thing when it came out. Oh, look at the textures on the trees in the wild area. Bro, Gen 8 was actually kind of good. Low key. The competitive online ladder was fun. Like Gen 8 wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed it. So, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. It's always funny when somebody shares like the exact same opinion, Clearly we got somebody in chat that knows ball, I like it, I like it. Porygon Z, please don't get a special attack boost. Okay, cool. We 2-shot with Flamethrower. But yeah, so that's my opinion. 3, 4, 5. If I had to order them, Gen 3 is my favorite of all time. Gen 5 is number 2. And then Gen 4 is number 3. That's my top 3. And, now, with that being said, I really do love Kanto. Not just for the nostalgia, well, mainly for the nostalgia, but I don't really care for Gens 1 or 2 in particular. But I think, Fire Red, Leaf Green is the best iteration of Kanto. Obviously, they've remade Kanto 100 times, right? But I think Fire Red, Leaf Green is the best way to play Kanto, mainly because I just love Gen 3, like the graphic style and all that the most. But with that being said, in my opinion, the physical special split was the best thing to ever happen to Pokemon. Oh, hold on, we gotta read this dialogue. You came to rescue me? Indeed I did, Director. Ah, plot twist, it's not the Director. Is that what you were expecting? Wrong, I'm an imposter. Is this Petrel, or I forget this guy's name? I feel like this is the same guy we saw in the Slowpoke well, right? Petrel, Proton, a lot of P names with these guys. I pretend to be the real thing, to prepare for our takeover. Do you want to know where we hid the real Director? Sure, I'll tell you, but only if you can beat me. I'm gonna sauce you up, brother. You ain't got no chance. Yeah, Petrel. Okay. I think this guy has like an army of coughings. Normally, they might have switched up his team, but we're just gonna go into autopilot here and let Houndoom barbecue them all. But yeah, so even though like, you know, Gen 3 is like my favorite art style, I also love the way Gen 5 looks, but same with Gen 4. But Gen 4, you know, the addition of the physical special split was the greatest change that Pokemon ever made. It really was. Because in all of the first 3 generations, it pretty much forced a lot of Pokemon based on their typing to be like mixed attackers. Oh, sheesh, he's got an Alolan Muck. Because I got hit with Smokescreen, I'm gonna switch. I should have burnt the bear again. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, by the way. I missed that earlier, my bad. I get so excited talking about the different gens, I didn't even see you pop in. Good morning, Lillian. Same. I like the idea of Gen 9, just not the execution exactly. There was a lot of potential there, it just didn't really work. Alright, you knock off my Eviolite, it does an insane amount of damage, but, ladies and gentlemen, we just got a Guts boost. Hopefully I can outspeed because of that speed drop. Oh no, I outsped anyway, so we're good. Now we KO with this Guts boosted Bulldoze. No, I still survive Poison. I was gonna say I might go down to Poison. Good job, Ursa. I barely hang on, right? Oh. Oh well. Well, we got rid of what's probably gonna be that guy's biggest threat. So let's go Scizor here. My bad. And I beat Silver's mom last episode. When did that happen? No, not the Confuse Ray again, bro. What you talking about, Jasmine? Silver's mom is a trainer? Or are you just talking about Jasmine? No, we beat Jasmine in part 9. Oh, I snap out of confusion already. Nice. Yeah, I really need Bullet Punch. We'll get it next episode, but Pseudo. I'm out of Rock Slides on Sudowoodo. We got so lucky this morning though. I got my, for anybody that's just joining the stream now, I got my ass kicked by Pryce. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. But right after that happened and we lost to Pryce, we got a phone call from my mom. She goes, you know, I bought you another item. Figured it was gonna be a super potion or whatever. We head back to the Pokemon Center, check out the PC, and it was a... How does that not KO, bruh? Okay. Justice on the paralysis. I still might be slower, though. Okay. But, right after I lost to Pryce, clearly Mom heard the news. She knew I was struggling. So she actually bought me a choice scarf. And then that way we got back in there against Pryce and absolutely put him in the dirt on the second try. Psybeam 65 doubled is 130. But this, times 1.5 for stab, is 135, and it's boosted by a magnet, so Thunderbolt is actually stronger than a super effective Psybeam. So we're going for it. I need to get off the gas with that, because these are the same Monsby rate, or ragging on Gen 5. Doing that since Gen 1. Magnemite, Voltorb, Coughing, Grimer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, that did not do enough damage. I mean, I guess I could just sack Lantern here. Yeah. We'll sack Lantern. Maybe we get a para into a full para, and then Lantern can 1v1, but... Oh. Hold on, chat. Am I not him? That was a crazy turn of events right there. I thought about switching out, and I was like, wait, maybe if I click T-Bolt, there's a very small chance we get a paralysis into a full paralysis, and then win the 1v1. Oh, he's got potions. Never mind, this guy's a douche. Oh, the Rocket Executive Ariana from... Okay, I remember that from last time. And we get a crit. Oh, Lantern is cooking right now. We still don't get the KO here with T-Bolt, but maybe if I high roll. We actually high rolled. No way. That had to be the luckiest, like, 4-turn sequence that you've ever seen in your life right there. That was crazy. Alright, you can go ahead and take out my Lantern with Raticate. I'll just finish you off with something else. Really? Thank you guys for telling me. I had no idea. That's actually intense. Well, okay, so that's interesting because I don't know why I went to this, by the way. I just kind of... I just clicked on a random Pokemon because it doesn't really matter. But I didn't know about Silver's mom, but I knew that it's heavily speculated that Silver... the Giovanni is Silver's dad. That's what I knew, but I didn't know who the mom was. I always kind of thought it was just the Ice-type Elite Four lady. Why am I blanking on her name? Nice special defense drop. Now we KO with the next one. Agatha's on the tip of my tongue. Lorelei. I don't know why I was thinking about... I knew it was the Lorelei, the Ice-type chick, but I wanted to call her Agatha for some reason. I always thought that Silver was... Because of the red hair, but now that makes sense with Ariana. She's also a red. I always thought it was Giovanni and Lorelei. I thought that was Silver's parents. We stashed the real director in the underground warehouse. It's at the far end of the underground. Thanks, Chief. But I doubt you'll get that far. Okay. We finally got the basement key. That was a lot of battles right there. Is it? There's no items in here, right? There's an item over there, but that's when we come back after the underground portion. So let's go bang that out next. Then in the underground, we'll get a key for this door. And then, and then we have to come back up here again to fight a couple more executives. Lot of battles today. A lot of battles. By the way, if we talk to this Puff, does it put something to sleep? Okay, good. That would have been annoying. You know what I want to do? I want to put the Flame Orb back onto Ursaring here. I'm going to go heal at the Pokemon Center, but once we switch this in on battle, we can get burnt and then swap the hold item again. Oh, there's tons of items in the underground. Okay. Well, I mean, if they're good items. We'll see. Interesting that it's raining here again, too. Oh, yeah, so I want to call out something else, too, for... I mean, and people might see it in the YouTube comments. Thankfully, that someone posted a comment, but about Eviolite. So, obviously, during one of the recordings, I took the Eon mail that was on the Eevee, and you can get an Eviolite that way from here, which really helps for what's the gym called? The Goldenrod gym here with Whitney and Milk Tank, right? But you could theoretically, but of course that doesn't happen, right? Because you can't get the Eevee in Ecruteak City until you beat Whitney, so it's kind of a moot point. You basically don't get the Eviolite until after. However, there was another YouTube comment, and thank you again for this, that if you trade this guy he wants a Tentacool, and he says he'll trade you his Grimer, that Grimer that he has is also holding an Eviolite. So, if you can somehow get your hands on a Tentacool at this point in the game, you can actually get that Eviolite by just completing that trade before you go fight Whitney and her Milk Tank. Because that way, whatever starter you end up picking in this game, you're not going to have the final form by the time you get to Whitney. You could, but most likely not. Where am I going? This is not the right way. So that's another option, trying to get the Eviolite before fighting Whitney. Just a FYI for anybody else that's playing along here. Alright, let's jump in the underground and beat Silver's ass again. Who should I lead with? Houndoom still has the coin, right? This is probably going to be like the last time I use the coin. Alright, let's go fight Silver. Zapdos and Entei are your two favorite legends. I mean, hey, both those are in my top 5 too. Respect, Dunk. The basement key opened the door. I love Zapdos and Entei. Alright, let's fight the rival. Hold it. I'm here, Silver. What are you gonna do, man? I saw you, so I tailed you. I don't need you underfoot while I take care of Team Rocket. Bro, this guy always says stuff like that. He ain't never won a battle in his life, man. He's talking about taking care of Team Rocket. That's my job, buddy. Wait a second. You beat me before, didn't you? Yeah, like 3 times already, and it's about to be number 4 right here. That was just a fluke. Oh, really? But I repay my debts. Alright. This guy's talking a big game. Let's see if he's actually upgraded his team at all. Golbat. Oh, right. About buying Eon Mail in the department store. So, okay, so theoretically you can also get that. Oh, he's got a Golbat at 40? Damn. Why does everything click Confuse Ray, bro? Annoying. I wish I had a own tempo Pokemon. That's alright. Houndoom's gonna break through and fry this thing. Alright, whatever. Oh, Agatha and Professor Oak. That's right, huh? There's actually a fan game. What the heck is that damage right there, bruh? No way. Now, this isn't gonna KO, but it would've, you know, it would've two-shot, which is why the confusion was so annoying. But leave it to a douche like Silver to be going for things like that. I could switch in here and get burnt. Could also just go Sudowoodo and like Ice Punch this thing. It's probably gonna click Wing Attack again or Confuse Ray. Okay, Leech Life. I don't care about any of that. Although this probably takes you out of Sucker Punch range, so I'm just gonna go for Ice Punch. Okay. Dude, for real. Silver hasn't done anything impressive at all in this whole playthrough. He's always out here talking smack. He's such a tool. But, you know, we're just gonna do what we always do to him. Embarrass him. He gonna be running away. Okay. We can Brick Break this. We also do have Assault Vest, so we can take a T-Bolt. Oh, I don't know if I could take that. Okay, Silver. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, well, you got a crit, we'll never know, but Magneton's pretty damn strong. I feel like that still would have OHKO'd through the Assault Vest. I think I just go back to Houndoom here. I'm kind of looking for an opportunity to burn Ursaluna, but I mean Ursaring. We still haven't evolved it. It's gonna be hard to not refer to that as Ursaluna. Next time I'll be able to call it that, but not yet. Okay, we actually one-shot Magneton, which is good. And here is the Fire and Ground type Typhlosion. Kind of curious if I can outspeed. Oh, he's got Dig. I don't have anybody that can dodge Dig. I mean, this is a good chance for Ursa, but after Dig, could he take me out with a theoretical flamethrower or something? Probably. Do I let Houndoom go down, or do we just go Meganium also to take the Dig? Because Dig is going to do no damage, but I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can take a fire hit after this little bit of chip from Dig. Because I do have Earth Power, so we can do probably 60-70% to him with an Earth Power. But I'm going to be slower. Okay. Interesting. It's like an all-physical Typhlosion. That's arguably worse because I actually have better Spadef than I do Fizdef. But that's a really weak attack, so that's the reason I could take it. That does less than half? Damn, bruh. Alright, well, we could also go Lantern, but he's just going to Dig the turn after, so there's really no point. Could go Ursa. I mean, he's going to click. Oh, I have Flash Fire. Let's troll him. But then he's going to Dig to take out Houndoom anyway, so what does it matter? Like, no matter what I do, he's still going to get a KO next turn. I'm just trying to think of how I could switch around this. But I could troll him with Houndoom because I have Flash Fire, like I said. But again, he's already got the speed boost, so he was faster anyway. But Sudowoodo's Sucker Punch would have been cool, but I don't have it anymore. So it really doesn't matter what I do. We just have to get in Ursa to tank a hit. And I do have to get it burnt. Which maybe this is just the best opportunity, so let's just go straight out to it. Yeah. Silver has daddy issues, yeah. Is Giovanni, like, confirmed to be his dad? I thought that was, like, true. But I don't know. Alright. We get burnt. This would be bad if he goes for Dig. Only because I would take burn damage, and then, I don't know if this play actually might not work, because I would take burn damage, and then Dig is stronger than Flame Charge, so he would end up KOing me with that. I'm kind of curious if Bulldoze would hit him while he's digging. I think only Earthquake would do that, but let's try this. Smoke Screen. Here we go, resorting to cheese again. This is all Silver ever does, man. Come on, Ursa. Hit it, baby. Damn it. Is this kid really going to do this again? Yeah, he's going to... Why don't you just dig the first time? Doofus. Now, I'll never know if that actually missed because of the, So Ursaring's going to get KO'd by this, and then... we actually lose. Damn it. I think he got me on this. Okay, Giovanni is. I just lost because of that smoke screen. Obviously I can take this, but it doesn't matter. I die to the next hit. Well, Lantern might be able to take a dig, actually. I don't know. But either way, we just gotta sack this real quick. Did I lose because of smoke screen, bro? Whatever. We'll see, we'll see. I think Lantern could take a hit, but this thing is actually pretty high level. At this point, we could try the Ursaring thing. I don't know if Bulldoze would hit them while they're digging. I mean, it should work that way because Earthquake does, but I want to try this again. I want to try this again. And if it goes down, we just go Lantern and hope I can tank a dig. Okay. Now that we're not smokescreen, let's see if this actually hits. It doesn't. Okay, so only... Okay. Whatever. Yeah, Lantern will OHKO with strength. I just don't know if I can tank a dig. But we're about to find out. If Lantern can't tank it, then that's GG's. Yo, what up, King? Good morning. We might be taking an L here to the rival Silver, but we'll see. We'll see if Lantern's bulky enough to take this dig. It's got 149 HP, ain't no joke. But this is a stab type dig because Typhlosion is fire ground. Come on, Lantern. Really? Alright, well, we lost to this guy too. No shot, bro. Okay, I think I need to stop with the amulet coin at this point and just put on Scarf. I'm kind of trolling. But yeah. we lost to this guy too. My bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah, exactly. I kind of thought I would tank that though. Damn. Well, I think this confirms that we need to train up the T. I'm just too underleveled at this point. I thought I had a chance, but I don't. Alright. Well, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll train up a little bit in between episodes and make sure we're good to go, not only for Jasmine, but for the Elite Four as well. Damn. That Typhlosion's pretty strong. Alright. Hey, I'm not gonna lie too. I really thought Lantern could tank that dig because he didn't boost his attack at all. All right, this is another good thing though because I need to stop trolling with the amulet coin. It doesn't help anything. You know, at the end of the day, we're probably gonna roll heavy duty boots, but for that battle, I'm gonna put the Scarf back on. That's unfortunate. Also, I could go pre-burn myself and then put a Eviolite back on Ursa. That's not bad. But there's no other trainers before Silver. I don't want to roll the dice losing... I feel like you lose Flame Orb. In some games, like, you lose it when you fight a wild Pokemon. I think there's still one more trainer in here, so let's do that. But if we go in there pre-burnt with the Eviolite, there's no way, there's no way Typhlosion can do that much damage to Ursa. He did. Oh, wait, did I skip this guy? No. I think I fought them all. So we got to go up here. I think this guy's a trainer. I hope. No? Dang it. I know she's not. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate because now I don't have enough time today to go through the ice path. So that's why I gotta be careful with how many things I say in the intro because I don't like to like overpromise and then underdeliver, you know? I'm trying to think if there's any other trainers up there. We're just gonna have to do this against a wild Pokemon and hope that I don't lose the Flame Orb. This is a really bad idea if I do, though. How do we play this? I could go see if there's another trainer to, like, burn myself. Is that... I didn't mean to use strength. Just use strength in the middle of the street. First of all, am I still holding the flame orb? Yeah, because I got burnt in that battle. I want to pre-burn myself and then Eviolite it. I know, I should, but I'm not going to evolve the bear. Not yet, not yet. But yeah, I won't have enough time to go through Ice Path or I would be late to work, so... I just need to go find a trainer real quick. Where could we find one? I don't think there's anybody up here. I think I fought all the trainers. Well, yeah. I really do actually need to burn myself. You know what? We can go surf in the water, actually. We can go surf in the water. We're good. We'll find a trainer down here. Dang it, man. That is a strong-ass Typhlosion, though. I ain't gonna lie. And I gotta hold that L. That's for sure. Okay. Let's go find somebody here. I haven't gone this way. Okay, here we go. What is this? A little bit of extra cash. Not bad, not bad. The fish I caught was attached to another Pokemon. What? Oh. Remoraid Noctillery. Well, Remoraid. Goldeen. Alright, we're gonna switch into the bear and burn it. And then we'll just get out the battle. I mean, I could use the bear, but... I gotta remember, don't go to the Pokemon Center because it's gonna heal the burn. We just need to use potions. Alright, we're good. Obviously, no way Silver can handle it once I get that Eviolite boost, but... That was crazy, though. I gotta hold that L just like we did against Pryce. Sheesh. I just gotta see if I can somehow finish. Well, I'm gonna stay on until I finish this. I'm glad I have Thunder Punch for this situation, but I kind of need to get jamming here because realistically, I only have 15 to 20 more minutes to do this before I have to end the recording and get ready to go to work. So derailing the plans, taking those couple L's. But again, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because now we know we need to get everybody over 40 in order to be ready for, you know, Blackthorn and everything else after that. So definitely going to end up grinding some levels on the team. Probably actually get everybody to like 42, 43 before I fight Claire, but we'll figure that out later. I'll potion up before before we go try Silver again. Damn, man. I got smoked today twice. Didn't expect it, you know. Probably should have leveled up last night before today, but oh well. All right, Ursaring, and then we gotta swap the Flame Orb for the Eviolite. Where is that? Give. Okay, and we know this Joker starts with Golbat. The Golbat was faster and hit me with a Confuse Ray, but now I'm Scarf Houndoom, so I could stay in here. Or I mean, I could still lead this and then outspeed the Golbat, try to two-shot with Flamethrower. If he confuses me, I could swap, or I could just straight up lead Lantern, but... Or Sudowoodo. Let's have a little fun. Put Sudowoodo in front. Alright. Let's run this back, Silver. Come at me, bro. Again, we're not going to read the dialogue as we just read it last time, but... Dang it. That was crazy. The Lantern gets one shot by a dig. Damn. Alright. Let's see if we can connect a Rock Slide here. And, oh, Golbat has Anticipation? Interesting. Goes Confuse Ray. Sudowoodo doesn't care. He never gets confused. Well, he is confused right now, but he's not going to hit himself in confusion like Houndoom does all the time. No! Sudowoodo. What are you doing, bro? That's alright. I'm surprised this kid has all, like, level 40s at this point. Okay. What are we doing, man? Come on, Sudowoodo, break through. 3 for 3? Really? Not the ideal start we were looking for, but we'll be alright. Oh, brother. Okay, well, thank you, Sudowoodo, for helping the team today. Bruh. At least let me do something with the Sucker Punch on the way out the door. My goodness, bro. I mean, whew. 3 straight confusion hits into double Rock Slide miss, baby. Let's go. Alright, I think I'm just going to go Scarf Houndoom. We still don't even take it out with the Flamethrower from this range, so that's unfortunate. We know it has Anticipation and not Inner Focus, so I could try to flinch it with a Bite, but again, I'm Choice Scarf, so I'm not going to do that. Bro. Sudowoodo just went 0 for 5, basically trying to land a hit there. That was unfortunate. We know this wing attack does over half, too, so that's not great. Oh, I guess about half. Man, this Golbat is a pain in the ass. Okay. Anyway, is Houndoom coming out? I mean, Houndoom is Typhlosion coming out. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we know it's probably going to click Dig here. But Ursa's slower, so I wouldn't want to go into that. I think Houndoom could be good here because it's Scarf. I think we should just sack somebody else. Didn't we do this last time and Meganium actually lived the hit, right? So let's go ahead and do this again. Because what would happen here is we soften it up with an Earth Power, and then Ursaring could one-shot it now that I'm burnt. We just have to get a hit off with Ursaring. We never did that last time. So I'm just going to go Earth Power. Tank the Dig. We're going to get... Actually... No, we still survive Flame Charge, so... Is this even a 2-shot? I don't think it is. No, yeah, it's not even close. Oh? Oh? Could the luck be in our favor today? Let's find out. Well, clearly it hasn't, because I've already taken 2 losses. Alright, we tank it. Speed boost, don't care. You might actually get KO'd because of that Spadef drop. Come on, Meganium. No! It does have a berry. Alright. Oh well. I'm gonna click it again just in case he decides to go for a potion, but okay, he just takes me out. That was unfortunate. Well, once Ursa gets a hit off, which now that it has a Eviolite, it can take a hit. And then we'll be good to go. Alright. I want to try Bulldoze again. I'm kind of confused why Bulldoze doesn't hit when you're underground like EQ does. But maybe that mechanic is just not in this game. I don't know. Anyway, let's take it out with a Bulldoze when it comes back above ground here. And then we'll deal with the rest of his team. Damn, man. This is a strong fire rat. Impressive. Level 43. Okay. GG, Silver. Got me on that first one. Oh yeah, the Flash Cannon Magneton. Probably has Levitate, so I'm gonna click Strength just in case it does. I don't even take this anyway. Could have switched to Lantern, that was a miss. Oh, we live! Nice! Can we one-shot this thing because we're Guts boosted? Fighting attack, Strength. There we go, baby. Ursa's gonna go down to the burn, but that's a big threat out of the way. Magneton is a strong Pokemon. Okay. Oh, we actually live burn. Well, we ain't gonna live any hit this thing goes for. Ursaring's too slow to save it. Sack it. We got Scizor for this that can OHKO it with Cut, so we're good there. That's not an issue. Oh, and I still have Scarf Houndoom in the back. Alright. We got his ass this time, but... really threw a curveball into my plans today. Not only this kid, but Pryce as well. That's okay. It happens, it happens. And the last one is a Haunter. Okay. Don't care. He just said, why so serious? Why the mean look, bro? Just take me out with Shadow Ball. Alright. Get O-code. Dumbass Haunter. Alright. Okay. I was hoping to go undefeated against Silver in this playthrough, but, you know, we beat him 4 times, he's only beat us once, so we still win the best of 5. And we'll see when it is we see him again. Dang it. Alright, man. Enough yapping, Silver. Get out of my way. I don't understand. Is what that Lance guy said true? That I don't treat Pokemon properly? No, you don't. Love. Trust. Are they really what I lack? Absolutely. Are they keeping me from winning? I just don't understand. But it's not going to end here. Not now. Not because of this. I won't give up my dream of becoming the world's best Pokemon trainer. Yeah, alright, buddy. Now, unfortunately, I have to run back and go heal again, because he did take out half the squad. I gotta use the running shoes here to speed this up. Dang it, man. Oh, well. Sometimes that's just how it is. Okay. What time is it? Alright, I can go, like I said, another 10-15 minutes at the most. But there's still quite a bit of battles we got to get through here, so this is going to take a hot minute. I'm really pushing this thing to the absolute limits today, but that's okay. If I'm late to work, it is what it is. Let's get it. Go fight the rest of these scrubs. Who do we got in front? Sudowoodo. Your ass is going to the back of the party, brother, after that performance right there. I think you need to take the rest of the day off, Sudowoodo. I don't care if you're lost. You show up here, you're nothing but a victim. Yeah, alright, man. He takes what Lance said to heart, and Heart Gold Soul Silver. Team up against Claire and Lance, and Silver has a Crobat. I don't even remember that, really? That's crazy. Alright, let's burn this rat. Well, clearly what we learned today is that this team is not ready for greatness quite yet, right? We definitely have the sauce. We have what we need here with these 6 Pokemon to become the champion of Johto. That's obvious. Just with any other Pokemon playthrough, man, you got to make sure you're high enough level, and we're just not for this point of the game. So we learned a good lesson, but we clearly gotta do a little grinding before we can keep going here, and that's okay. Now I'm trying to remember what is the order of this puzzle. Was it just as simple as like 3, 2, 1, where you just do them backwards? This puzzle might also take a minute to get through. I don't remember the order. I feel like I always overthink it, like it's 2, 3, 1, but I think it might just be 3, 2, 1. That's annoying, but because of the Choice Scarf, I might actually still be faster. We are. Okay. GG's, Muck. Alright. Hit level 39, which is good. Good job, Doomer. Another good thing, too, that'll come with all the grinding is that I'll get more EVs on my Pokemon, because even though we've battled every trainer there is in the game so far, well, except for like the ones out in the water, my Pokemon still really don't have that many EVs on them, so in conjunction with... Oh, I'm Choice Scarf, I have to stay in. But I got my speed drop from that scary face, so even though I'm Scarf, this rat's actually faster. But we really don't have that many EVs on the squad, so in conjunction with being slightly underleveled, that's not a winning recipe right there, I'll tell you that. Let's see if we can outspeed and take out this Haunter. Nope. That's okay, I got revives on me. We're good. Oh, I went and healed up Ursaring too, huh? That was kind of a bad idea. I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch here and see if we can OHKO Haunter, but this is risky because if Bro clicks Will-O-Wisp, which I think he did, or Hypnosis, we're in a bad spot. Are we really gonna do this dance again? Let's do it. Come on, Sudowoodo. I believe in you, brother. Pain Split? Now we know how much HP Haunter has. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I don't know if this will OHKO, but I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch. Okay, if it doesn't. Alright, let's go ahead and rip a revive onto Houndoom here, because we're probably gonna need it. For sure. I remember the Rocket Executive down by the elevator, I think has like a Gloom or Vileplume, if I remember right. So let's do this and bring Houndoom back. I could also, I do want to use Meganium a little bit. Oh, okay. Good call, good call. So let me put Meganium back in front here. Get a couple battles in with that. How we doing? Pretty rough, honestly. So it's 3, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 3 if I want the items. I don't really care about the items. Oh, wait. That's switch 2. We didn't even get to the last room yet. I thought that was the last room. Confounded by the shutters, are we? Not really, Chief. I'll let you in on a secret if you can beat me. Okay, so that was what I remember. It was just as simple as 3, 2, 1, but a lot of times when I do this, I end up overthinking it, and I do a different order, and then it gets all jumbled up, and you gotta, like, reset the room by going back to the stairs. This is a bad idea to stay in, because I'm 4 times weak to poison, but I just kind of want to see how well I can tank a poison hit. The answer is not well. And Tentacruel has pretty good natural SPDF, so there's, you know, no way this OHKOs. That was a crit, so it was actually going to do less than half. Houndoom, unfortunately, is the fastest thing on my team. That's kind of why I keep going out to it. So we really do need Bullet Punch on Scizor. Give us another fast option. But also, what's it called? Like, we have Sucker Punch on Sudowoodo as well, but it's not stab, so it's kind of weak. Yeah, we got back at silver. It was annoying I took that L, though, but oh well. Alright, I'm Choice Scarf locked into Shadow Ball, so I'm just going to go Ursaring to try to two-shot this guy with Bulldoze, but since I'm not burnt, I might get poisoned here, but since I'm not burnt, I don't think it's even going to be a two-shot. Bulldoze is pretty weak. But yeah, earlier on in the episode today, I got absolutely smoked by Gym Leader Pryce. So we had to do that on the second attempt, and then same with Silver right here. That also took 2 attempts. As they say, man, you win some, you lose some, you know? It ain't always home runs, and that's just the way life plays. Well, what you gotta do, even after you take L's, even after you strike out, you always gotta get right back in that batter's box, man. You gotta keep swinging for the fence. Can't give up, can't give up. No matter how many times you get knocked down. Alright, let's go ahead and swap the Flame Orb back real quick. And I'll try to burn myself before, like, some of the executive fights back in the radio tower. And let's go ahead and potion Meganium. Meganium's gonna have a hard time with all these Team Rocket people, though, because, you know, it's a lot of poison attacks usually with the Team Rocket scrubs. All right, let's go ahead and crank these in order 3, 2, 1. I know, right? That's a really cool looking sprite for Tentacruel. I was thinking the same thing. I think that's actually the first time that we've seen it in this playthrough, actually. That's a really, really good looking sprite. These burglars have fire types a lot. Let's see what he has. They ditched this project before they finished. I'm searching for leftover loot. Well, there's a lot of loot around, brother. You just gotta look harder. Yeah, okay. Again, not a great matchup for Meganium, but we do have Earth Power. I doubt this OHKOs, though, even though it is just a baby puppy, but we'll see. Yeah, his arms folded like he's a bouncer at a club. That is a good call. Of course, he lives on 1 HP and has Flame Charge, so now he's going to outspeed me on the subsequent turn and be able to get another hit off, but I'm just going to stay in anyway. Go for the Disarming Voice here. At least, if his next Pokemon is a threat, well, from this range, anything will probably take me out. But at least I can switch out and still get the experience off both of these Mons. So that's fine. We'll just rip another potion after. Yeah, that's a problem. Definitely got to switch out here. It's been a while since we let Lantern hit the field, so let's do this. Try to go for a 2-shot with T-Bolt, since that's going to do nothing. Because Lantern is still holding the magnet. 2 damage is funny. So, you know, because of the magnet instead of the Mystic Water, T-Bolt's the better option. We crit, which is cool. But it's not quite strong enough to take it out, so it don't really matter. Would have been a 2-shot either way. Alright, Lantern. Good job, good job. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, we gotta fight another burglar. Let's Potion Meganium again and then try to get this thing to 39. We should be able to off whatever this guy's lead is down here. Fork over your goodies. You gotta beat me first, brother. Ain't no way I'm just gonna hand over something. Alright, he's got a coughing. Let's see if this says neutralizing gas, then we'll know it's not levitate, and I can earth power it. Okay. There you go. And again, coughing, wheezing are better on the physical defensive side, not the special defensive side like Grimer and Muck. So I was pretty confident that would one-shot. Doesn't quite get us to 39, but you got a Swagmar. We can also two-shot with Earth Power. Can I take 2 fire hits? Let's find out. Okay, Fire Punch is going to do a lot, but I feel like I could tank 2. No? Dang it. That was close. A crit here would be nice, because we would one-shot with the crit. Nope. Okay. Back to Lantern we go, then. Actually, okay. It went for Flame Charge. I thought about it after I should have went to Ursaring. Maybe I would have got burnt by Fire Punch, but I'm also holding the item. So, after we take out Magmar here, I'm going to actually switch to Ursaring no matter what the last Pokemon is. That way I can burn myself and be ready for the rest of the executives over here. Okay. Meganium gets 39, perfect. Lantern, depending on what this is, Wheezing, even though I'm going to split the experience with Ursa here, there's a chance Lantern gets 38 after we knock this thing out here. So that's pretty good. Poison burn either way. We'll be good here. Okay. We dodge the burn, but we get... I mean, we dodge the poison, but we get burnt. Let's see if we can take it out with Slash. I don't know. But again, it is... Okay. That was actually pretty weak. It is Guts boosted. And this Ursaring is Naughty Nature, so it's pretty damn strong on the physical offensive side of things. But again, Wheezing has good Phys Def, so that's not surprising at all. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Bro says mercy. Alright. Let's grab this, and before... I think this actually might be an executive. And if I remember right, she's got like a Vileplume and a Murkrow. Something like that. Maybe the Murkrow was back in the tower. I've almost burned through all my Hyper Potions, though. This is crazy. Started the day with like over 20 of those things. Alright, now that Ursaring is burnt, we're gonna go back to the, what's it called? The Eviolite here. Okay. Cool. And then I'm gonna lead Lantern because I want to get this thing to 38 real quick. Are you lost? No, you can't be. You don't have that scared look. I'll give you something to be scared about. Oh yeah? I mean, honestly, it's not that hard with where my team's at. You could just send out something at level 45 and I'd probably catch an L. Umbreon, interesting. This is going to be a pain in the ass to take out, so I think we go Scizor because of the Technician boosted and Stab boosted Bug Bite. Because we're going to hit it really hard. Predict the Toxic. Switch out to my Steel type. You already know how we do it around here. That's a hard hit. Umbreon's a very, very bulky Pokemon, so that was pretty good. Okay. Wait, what? We're actually speed tied? It's crazy. Interesting. We have the exact same speed stat, me and this Umbreon. Alright. Lantern gets to 38. What else you got in the back here? Okay, it's a Gloom. I couldn't remember if it was Gloom or Vileplume. We still have Wing Attack, even though it's no longer Stab, it is still Technician boosted, and I'm gonna smoke this Gloom with it. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Alright. How many more trainers do we got up this thing, though? Let's do this. I don't know if that opens all the doors, but I know it opens like a shortcut. What? I thought it opened a shortcut back. Can we grab the other item? No, we can't. Okay. I don't know what that is down there, but probably not that important. I'll try to figure out a way to get it later, but not for now. Alright, I'm going to save the potion on Scizor. And I think there's only a couple grunts down here before we get to the director. Yeah, the burglars, I know, they love their fire types and poison types too. Alright, let's fight this jump. Oh, there's also a TM over there. You're not going any farther. I don't show mercy to my enemies, not even brats. Settle down there, Chief. What do you got? You got the rat? We can deal with that. Let's get in there, Lantern. Oh, wait. I'm like autopiloting clicking surf because I still thought I had the Mystic Water, but today we got the Magnet. That's right. Oh, it's still a 2-shot, but might as well T-bolt it. Bro's going for Sucker Punch even though he's faster. You know, might as well just hit me with a normal type attack at that point, but anyway. Okay. And the last one is a Golbat. Easy money. Tries a mean look thinking I'm going to go somewhere, but I ain't going nowhere, man. Gonna zap this bat. This should be an Oko, right? Okay. We really need to train Lantern in the special attack, though. I mean, obviously, Lantern is, right, it's not a very strong Pokemon, but it's really missing out on some key KOs in this playthrough so far, so I really need to grind on, like, a bunch of Oddishes, because they give special attack EVs. So that's probably what I'll do later tonight when I get home from work. Alright, a couple more grunts here. I remember you. You got me good at our hideout. I'm gonna beat your ass again, buddy. Who is this guy? What was his team? Well, we've seen a few mucks, so I don't remember this one. Oh, this was the Hickety Huck Huck guy from Mahogany last time that said, he might have gave us one of the passwords, right? I think he did. Scary face is what it is. Honestly, kind of surprised that Lantern even outsped this thing. Hopefully we can high roll this T-Bolt and take it out. That's alright, even if we don't. Okay, that was like a low roll. Ooh, I don't know if I can take a Sludge Bomb here. Let's see. Oh yeah, easily. Would have been different if it was a Poison Jab, but for a second when I first saw Sludge Bomb, I was thinking pre-Gen 4 mechanics where that would be a physical hit. But this game actually has the physical special split, so we're good. So I did get hit by Scary Face, so we're going to be too slow, but I'm still going to stay in and see if I can tank it. It's not really worth switching out. I know, right? They need to give Lantern some kind of buff. Because it's like decent bulky on the bulky side, but like if they don't give it an evolution, at least boost its stats, you know? This had neutralizing gas, right? But I kind of just want to see if I can one-shot it. I might get one-shot back by a poison attack, but I'm kind of curious. Okay. That's decent damage, but we also need to train Meganium up a little bit. Oh, let's see if I get poison, though. Yes, we dodged the poison. Meganium for the win, bro. Let's get it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I do need to potion up, though, because there is still at least one, if not two more grunts here. And we need to make sure that we can get through these fights. No, not the repel. Wow, 4 hyper potions left. That's crazy. Alright, let's bring the fish back. But yeah, if they gave Lantern like a special attack and a speed boost, it kind of needs a lot. Its stats are pretty bad, but then it would actually be like usable and competitive. But as currently constructed, it's just not. Okay, I think it's only one more grunt here. Yeah. How did you get this far? I guess it can't be helped. I'll dispose of you. No, you won't, man. I've been disposed of enough today, and I'm tired of taking L's. It actually cost me with trying to do all the things I wanted to do today. Because actually, this is going to be it here after we talk to the director. I don't even have enough time to do the rest of the radio tower. It's kind of annoying. Like, I'm annoyed by that, but there's nothing I can do. I've already went way too long. Let's just go Psybeam. Not the Confuse Ray. No joke, too. I think we would have beat Silver on the first time if not only the Confuse Ray, but the accuracy drop. Why did he click? All right, bro. Why did he click, what was it called? Smokescreen with this freaking Typhlosion, man. Just attack. A dumbass. Okay. We got a T-Bolt. Well, I don't even know if I could tank that. Nice, Lantern, let's go. Okay. Dang it, man. I should have easily been able to get all the way up the radio tower today, but alas, there's just not enough time for that. Oh, we outspeed this, but barring a crit or a para into a full para, there's no way we're winning this 1v1. That's okay. Lantern did its job. But my goodness, chat, did we learn a lesson today? You should never go into... Well, you should never rush into anything like I did. I went into today's recording under-leveled, aka underprepared, and I paid the price for it. This was an unfortunate series of events. Sorry I couldn't deliver better gameplay here. But that's life, you know. I thought the team had the sauce to get it done, even at where they were. But they don't, and the plans got derailed, and I'm going to have to end things here after getting this key card here. But I'm going to save back inside the radio tower, and then that's where we'll hit the outro. Who? What? You came to rescue me? Thank you. The radio tower? What's happening there? Taken over by Team Rocket? Here, take this card key. Very nice. We got the credit card. Use that to open the shutters on the 3rd floor. I'm begging you to help. There's no telling what they'll do if they control the transmitter. They may even be able to control Pokemon using a special signal. You're the only one I can call on. Please, save the radio tower. And all the Pokemon nationwide. Oh. Scizor, that's cool, but honestly Bug Bite's better for Scizor. Because of Technician Boost. Technically 90 base power versus Scizor's 80. Okay. Now, we also... Here's the metal coat that I talked about a long time ago, but... Imagine how much more of a struggle it would have been today had we not evolved Scizor at the start of the episode. Even with doing that, you know, it still went down the way it did. Now, the reason why we can't save the game right next to the director there is because he told me to hurry up and go to the radio tower to save the day. So, you know, had we saved the game and ended the recording right next to Bro, he wouldn't have been too happy with me when we came back for part 12. So, yeah, hey, that's good right there, Jasmine. I paid the price. That was perfect. I really did, and I'm sorry, you guys. This will definitely go down. Up to this point, it's definitely the lamest episode out of all 11 of them. I'm sorry. That's my bad. But that's what you get for being a noob. You know, I should have prepared better. But yeah, I've gone way too long in this recording. I'm just going to go save right next to that door, and I got to get out of here. Alright, we're going to save right here next to the tree. And this is where we're going to cut things off. Alright, it's already 9 a.m. I'm going to be late for work at this point. I still have to go make breakfast and everything. Okay, so for anybody find this in the future on YouTube, this is where we are going to conclude part 11. Again, apologies we couldn't finish the whole radio tower side quest today. I really wish I could, but real life, you know, gotta go to work. So it is what it is. But to anybody who is finding this in the future on YouTube, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough thus far. And please, go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below on how bad I am and how I took 2 losses today. Again, that's on me, but your boy's gonna learn from this and he gonna be back better than ever next time. And I'm going to do a little bit of training in between the episodes. We're going to come back. We're going to rip that Moonstone on Ursaluna. And we're going to rampage up the rest of this tower. And all the way to Blackthorn City. And get the 8th gym badge. Well, I can't even guarantee the 8th gym badge the way this has been going. But that's going to do it for today. So thank you for watching. And I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Wherever you go after watching this video. Alright? Take care. And I promise I'll be better in the next one. Alright? Peace.